Alright fellas, welcome back. Look who's back. Yeah, so I got this back on Friday. It was Valentine's Day actually, it come back. So today is Sunday morning. I was out with lads last night down in Birmingham, a couple of lads off YouTube. So that was nice, so I thought I'd come in today just to shoot a quick video on the van just to show you guys exactly what's been done to it, and then kind of what's going to be happening over the next few weeks to get it all built back up, because I know Tuesday evening, myself and my mate Mark are putting the engine in, and then there's going to be other lads coming up giving me a lift, like Will, Paul Jeffries, Steve, loads of lads have offered to help me get it all back together, because I'm not 100% on what I'm doing, but obviously with all their guidance I'll be able to learn and get it back together and hopefully get it back on the road for, I said May. I want to try and get it on the road for May, but realistically I want to try and get it done for April, the start of April, because I'm going to send it back to mechanics, because after seeing that front subframe, which I'll show you guys in a minute, I really want to get the rear one done, just so I know then the whole van's been sorted out. So what I'll do, I'll show you around the van and I'll talk you through exactly what's been done, and justify why it's been gone for so long. Okay, so to start off with, as you can see, that subframe has been fully powder coated, so it's had all new bushes, it's had new cones, all new bearings, the hubs have been rebuilt. I'm going to show you in there. Yeah, all I've got to do is just clean them brake calipers up. So yeah, that subframe's been fully rebuilt. Engine bay, obviously, been fully resprayed. So I don't know if you remember, there used to be a plate here like the SPIs have, so that's been removed, and there's been numerous holes in the bulkhead that are not necessarily required for a minivan and shouldn't be there. So all them have been dealt with. What else has been done? Also on the inner wing as well here, there was a couple of holes and stuff here, because I believe these are probably like MPI or SPI wings. So yeah, there's holes there that shouldn't have been there. That's just to do with the starter. So obviously that's why those two holes are there. Nothing on that side has been welded up. So yeah, that's kind of it in terms of the engine bay. I've got my new engine mount bolts there for when the engine goes in on Tuesday. I've left all the headlights out because I'm going to get all new, I think. So as you can see, like I say, it's literally had a full respray. So obviously the roof's been done. Originally it was going in for the roof, it was going in for a couple of little trims around the edges, but because we couldn't get 100% match on the paint, I decided just to respray the old van. So I've been asked a million times as well about the sign writing that was on the side of it. Don't worry, that will be getting put back on, because looking at it now, it doesn't feel like mine without that sign writing on. So yeah, so that will be getting done. So coming round to the side, there was like a little chip here as well, and there's a few other little bits on it that needed sorting out. So as you can see, all that's been done, all the trims, and go focus, sills have been sorted out. Hang on a minute, you have to excuse the state of it in here, it's absolutely minging. So the doors have been sprayed, obviously all the door steps and up the door jambs as well have been sprayed. So yeah, I've just got to have a bit of a clean up inside. I'm going to strip the interior out. I can put all the wiring back in for the ECU for the clutch. I need to install the pedal box, and then put the new wiring loom in as well. So I just need to have a good tidy up in there and figure out exactly what's going on. Also as well, you can't see, and I'm not opening that door because it's like chaos out there. It's had new rubbers on the back, it's had new glass. I've also had new felts in the bottom, new ones of them. What else have we had? New rubber for the screen. There's not a windscreen in at the moment, because unfortunately when we went to put the windscreen back in, it cracked. Just one of them things, these things happen with screens. I don't know how old that screen is on the van. It wasn't a new one because it had seen, you know, a little bit of wear, so there's like a few stone chips on it and scratches and stuff, so I'm not 100% minded that the screen's broke, because it gives me an excuse to get a nice new one. So yeah, so I'll order a screen, but I'm going to leave that screen out for a bit because I just think it'll be easier when we're fishing wires through. If someone's sat in there or whatever, I think it'll just be easier. What else has been done? Yeah, like I say, all the little niggles on it, like the little marks, stone chips and scrapes, all of them have been totally removed. So once it's all built back up, either I'm gonna detail it, or there's a local shop round the corner from me where I used to get my golf cleaned, and they do all kind of like the machine polishing, enhancement details and ceramic coatings and stuff. So depending on how I feel about the paint, once I give it a good wash and a good once over, I'll decide whether I'm going to do it or I'm going to get the detailing shop to do it. But yeah, because essentially I want to try and get the paint as good as it could be now, and if I can protect it with the ceramic coating, because this van's probably not going to see rain and all that kind of stuff now with the level I've gone to on it. But if I get caught out in the rain when I'm at a show, that's fine, but I won't be taking it out in the rain. My blue one is just sat under there doing nothing. I've not started that for like 3 weeks, so I could probably do with starting that one up. What else have I got? Oh, one thing I just want to mention as well, if you watched my last video, don't do what I did. So basically, if you paint inside a rocker cover, a couple of people have mentioned it, the engine temperature and the oil, if that paint starts to flake off, it'll get stuck in all your oil valve stem seals or something like that. So yeah, so I'm gonna clean that off, and I'm just gonna have it back to bare metal. I thought I was doing the right thing by spraying inside it, but I don't think well, it's not the right thing to do. So I'm gonna get that cleaned up, and I'll clean the outside of it up. What else have I got? There's another thing I need to do as well. Is I need to clean this binnacle up. All that needs sorting out. I'm gonna get a new speedo. I've got all the new wiring harness for the back of it. I've also got some towels as well to shove over the wings when we're putting the engine in. As you can see, the engine's all covered up. And yeah, I think that pretty much wraps this one up. And I shall catch you, well, Tuesday I'll be putting the engine in, so next Sunday hopefully we'll have an engine install video, and we'll get that engine in the van and start putting all the bits together. So I'll catch you next time, guys.